point, it's probably quite important for us to think about for a moment. There's a Siyum in Golders Green. There's a Siyum in Chicago. There's a Siyum in Los Angeles, or wherever there is, in Yerushalayim, in Beitar, and wherever. Why did we have to branch out and make a Siyum in Stamford Hill? Usually we've got one 25 minutes away. In the fire, it seems like maybe Chas v'Sholom a period level, and we're separating from another group, from our friends, from our brothers. On the contrary, it comes from a moeilige excitement of a siyata d'shmaya of a success story. The success story is, if you can compare it to anything, is when somebody opens another branch of a franchise. The when a Deutsche company opens another branch of a franchise, nobody suggests for a moment that it's a period levulis, that it's separation. On the contrary, there's such a success story, I want another one. The drive behind the Siyum was, it's so successful and we want more people to join, and it's so geschmack, the famous word, geschmack, that Tznish Genikas is one in Golders Green. We need one in Stamford Hill as well. To mind that every person in this room feels that siyata d'shmaya that's been bestowed on Reb Eli, that he was zoiche, that people all over the world are joining this shir. There's been other Magid in the world that have been famous, that have been successful, that have been knowledgeable, that have been Talmid Chachomim, Erlich Yidin, but there's a siyata d'shmaya that we've tapped into. We're part of that siyata d'shmaya, that success story. And that success story comes with a gewaldige excitement. Some Goyshe brands have that the people who use their brand are in awe of the brand and excited by the brand and are desperate to share it, and they don't understand why somebody else doesn't have it. If you don't have that particular phone, how can it be? If you're not listening to Rebbe's shir, how can you not be listening? Okay, you learn this either by a shir or you got a chavrisa, but for chazura, but when you're in the car, that excitement, that powerful excitement that people touch on, is what we share together. People from different walks of life, people from different areas, people from different societies, we have tapped into that siyata d'shmaya that he's been given. We don't know why. We don't know the Durcham of the Rebbeinu Shem. It says, he's been given a special siyata d'shmaya. And I can only be grateful, I can speak for myself. I'm here tonight for a different reason than you are. I didn't finish Megillah. I was asked by Moshe and Margulies, by the way, thank you for organizing the Siyum, whoever was part of it, thank you for the food, thank you for everything. I was asked to do the Hadr, and I said, I can't. I didn't finish Megillah. So why am I here? Because of that. Because if I was a part of another shir, I would have fallen aside. But because I'm part of this shir, I know Megillah I didn't finish, I was very busy, certain days I couldn't finish it, Moikuten, on we go. Up to Daft already. In my head a little bit. So that's the idea. The idea is that it holds us together to remember that jeden Tag is noch a Tag a new Aschule, something new, something great. Yesterday is nicht gefährlich, today is another day. It's grateful to the Rebbeinu Shem that I can drive from Switzerland to London, hours of drive with the sunrise coming up, and listen for hours upon hours upon hours to daf after daf and chazura by a Magid that makes me laugh, that makes me smile, that makes me cry. That's something special, and that's what we're not here to separate. We're here to advance it, to add more, to bring more people to the table, to bring more people to understand that there's something special. And for those who don't have the phones that I have or that we have, and that don't understand what we're into, I say to Rebbeinu, thank you. I've got my phone, I know that I do work on it from time to time, I watch a status on it and some other things as well. I'm grateful to the Rebbeinu Shem that I'm able at the same time also to tap into Yiddishkeit. I believe, I say this to people a lot, that why is it changed now, all these campaigns that happen online for Tzedakah? The Rebbeinu Shem has to equal out the equilibrium. You're on your phone so much during the day, you don't have to have off in that Tzedakah case also. So the Rebbeinu Shem also throws in a Daf Yomi case, a Tzedakah case. So we're here to celebrate Torah, we're here to celebrate Yiras Shemayim, we're here to celebrate continuity. You know, this week as I was walking down the road, I saw challah here and there. I stopped and I said to my wife, "What do you see?" She said, "The kids served challah for the birds." I said to her, "I see something completely different. I see 3,500 years of emunah coming through generation by generation, and it hasn't stopped. My kid still knows that years ago, when Yidden went in the Midbar, there was mon, Dos Navirim put it out, the birds came and ate it up, and therefore we have to be grateful to the birds, and now I'm putting bread." So with all the technology in the world, and with all the generation, all the suffering that we've passed, another year has gone by, my kid still knows that. Gewaldig. When I walk down the street and I see pieces of bread on the street, I see a minimum betuchen. When I walk down the street and I can say to somebody, "Nu will salt, wie alt Rebbe Eli?" and he says this It's geschmack to learn the daf where he says, good morning, Rabbi Say, what do we see another day has passed where 20, 30,000 people are still learning Daf Yomi. Are still learning Daf Yomi, but not by Gemara, by a Shir. Are still learning Daf Yomi in the hospitals, are still learning Daf Yomi in the car, are still learning Daf Yomi in their office, are still making Chazura in places where they wouldn't dream that Torah would reach. It doesn't mean, Chashun, that we shouldn't open a Gemara and have a Smedj and have a normal Shir. Al Hakal Reibich. Have Chavrisas, have Shiurim, not with the phone. But if you're using your phone anyway for so many hours a day, knack around a Shir off their phone also. May we be zeicher to continue to learn daf after daf after daf, and to be zeicher to steigen, to become closer to the Rebbeinu Shalom, and may we be zeicher to the next, when we finish my Kuten, we'll double the numbers from 16 goes to 32, and from 32 goes to 64, and before we know it, Motche will have to go higher than Meridian. Simchas v'tnaches, a gitte Woche, wenn wir zeicher zu allem Mazel und Bruch.